Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Good morning, everyone. WCS back on the boulevard once again, man. You already know. Big shout out to the first in the building, DS111 on deck with it. What's good? Big blunts unboxing in the building. DSA, I will not be watching transgender anything. I will also not be watching any of this bullshit they're trying to do. Salute comeback. Lil Flex Lewis on deck with it. What's good? So, I already have individuals who are taking the charge from the front and voicing their opinions, fiery, spicy opinions on the task at hand. The task at hand today, the topic at hand, is pretty much what's making its rounds in the media abyss, in the social media abyss. The WBC is coming up with something else to pretty much, have people scratching their heads, shawty. The WBC is planning a category for transgender fighters in 2023. 2023, y'all. It says the World Boxing Council. Matter of fact, let me do you one better. All right? Let me do you one better. Just hold on for a second. So, this is the ESPN article written by Jeff Wagenheim. It says the WBC Council plans to introduce a category for transgender fighters in 2023. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman told a London newspaper Thursday. The measure is being undertaken, Suleiman told Telegraph, because of safety and inclusion, and to ensure that a man fighting a woman would never happen. Damn. If y'all know anything about me, you already know where I'm going with this. So, they say the WBC will employ, right here, the WBC will employ an at-birth rule under which a transgender fighter who was assigned male at birth would be allowed to box only against other transgender fighters assigned male at birth, with a similar limitations applying to transgender fighters assigned female at birth. So if you assigned male at birth, male, M-A-L-E, and you came out male and you decided to make the transition, you will be able to fight those alike. If you was born female and you decide to attempt to become a dude, and you will be fighting those alike. It's that simple. All right. The World Boxing Council, through its medical committee and technical committee, reached a determination after studies and an important talk during the WBC annual convention. An absolute and total confirmation was reached to not allow fights between people born men against people born women, regardless of their current gender, Suleiman told ESPN via audio message. This is the main determination, to not allow fights between men and women for the protection that we always had of women's boxing. Okay. It says, on the other hand, a program is open with the committee to allow transgender people to participate in boxing if they wish. It is an inclusion program, and the WBC rejects any type of discrimination. That is why, instead of simply rejecting and putting aside transgender people who want to box man against man or woman against woman of birth, we have parameters and have committee and endorses and give them special program. All right. So what does this say exactly? To the interpretation, Mauricio Suleiman is sending a message that he's trying to look out for the safety of the women. Seriously, the women is trying to be men. It's an amazing dynamic, isn't it? It's something extremely unique at the end of the day. Because we hear about situations like this all the time where people want to compare male to female. And in some cases, with the right chemicals in their body, females can compete on certain levels with males. It may not be the top elite males, but they may be able to compete with the average males, right? So in this particular case, Mauricio seemed like he's out to safeguard the health of those who's making transition. Now, the funny part about it, if you were a so-called man, you born male, and you transition into a female, so to speak, you're still considered much more stronger, period. You still considered that much stronger than the average woman. So they're basically saying a man will always have that advantage heading in there with the woman, even though he's considered transgender. Now, on the other hand, that doesn't work out for the women that's turning men. You can look like a man all you want. You can act like a man all you want. You can walk and droop your shoulders and roll your shoulders back. Whatever you want to do. Cut your hair. The transition isn't the same, because for one, you all don't produce enough testosterone naturally. Your bone structure is different. You know what I'm saying? The muscles are different. The whole entire muscular skeletal system is different in a man. So therefore, women have to take certain chemicals, certain drugs, you know what I'm saying, certain medication to allow them to aesthetically look like us. But internally, they still lack what we was blessed with, what we was born with. They still lack that. Seriously, they still lack that. They can look the part, they can grow facial hair, they can have the deep voice, but deep down inside, when we look at you, we're like, something ain't right. But Mauricio Suleiman's once again saying he's doing away with tradition and turning over into innovation. If anybody know about the LGBT community, the community in itself, in my opinion, has more rights than the average civilian. You know what I'm saying? It has more rights than the average heterosexual couple. It's certain rules and laws that are being provided for these type of communities that is going to make you shake your head at the end of the day. Because you're like, damn, if I'm going through here and I got a family, I got a wife, I can't even get these freaking laws. I can't even get these benefits. But they're about to have an entire new division. They're about to have an entirely new division, which is wild. That's just wild. And this is what Mauricio Suleiman wants to do, man. The president of the WBC, he's had his share of controversy, but also he's shown that he's not afraid to make these changes regardless of what anybody says. And one thing about Mauricio, he thrives to be the first. He thrives to be the first. Like, certain things he do, not everything, not every change he makes is acceptable, but he thrives on being first. The trendsetter, whether you like it or not, he wants to be first. Now, I know people see the comments, and man, they've been killing this shit. They've been killing this change, bro. They've been killing it. They've been talking about now Ryan Garcia can get a belt. Oh my God, they just been going in on this division. Now, in the chat, I hear people say, "Gotta wonder what kind of absolute freaks will watch that." There's a lot. I like watching women MMA. That whole shit is crazy. One championship stamp. Fairtex is so cute and lethal. Look, we're talking about women athletes, okay? We have women athletes. We're talking about women athletes. We're talking about male athletes. This is erasing all that. This is talking about what used to be. We're talking about men who choose to make the transition over and lower themselves, take hormones, take different medication. Like some of the dudes on here, they take extra estrogen, tablets in the morning. So that's why you might see them ranting and raving like they do. You know what I'm saying? They get emotional and frantic. And then with the females turning males, all that is that sounds good. That looks good. I mean, you can play the part. But when it comes down to the physical strength, when it comes down to you competing with another male in the ring, and this could be a male that's absolutely considered a bum in boxing. A male that's considered a bum. They may, if they have any type of boxing skill, they may still be able to go in there and defeat a woman who made the transition over from female to male. And we've already seen this play out. We've seen this play out, man. This is not my cup of tea at all. No part of the day. I don't have any problem with whatever Mauricio has going on the way he's trying to. But I just feel like the heterosexuals that's out here should still be given a common right. They should still be able to stand at the top of the mountain and celebrate the heterosexual community and have those same benefits and have that same exposure. You know what I'm saying? Given that same advantage. Given that same shock and awe value. Oh, you are? Okay, that's what's up. We should be able to talk about, man should be able to talk about a woman. You know what I'm saying? A man should be able to talk about a woman without somebody saying, "Oh, you're being disrespectful. Oh, that's just inappropriate." Man, shut the fuck up. You can do what you want to do. Real talk. Seriously, you can do what you want to do as long as you don't project it on people that are not trying to be in that community. That's my only issue, because you have too many people trying to project that in television, every commercial you see. When I was growing up, I didn't see any of this. In my high school, there was probably only one openly gay dude that was there back in that time. It wasn't you really didn't know what it was. Like, you didn't see that all out, just flamboyant walking the street. You just didn't see it. But I know what right I have. My right is to love who I love, and that's women. You know what I'm saying? I have the right to speak about that. But what I disagree with is when you talk about women, and people always want to shut you down to my inappropriate. But then when the conversation come up with homosexuality or something like that, with LGBT, they act like it's forbidden language if you don't have anything positive to say about it. Oh, don't you dare! Oh my God! Listen, man, come on. A woman is the most beautiful species God created, right? But a woman is the most lethal. So you have to understand, a woman, regardless of what you putting out here on social media, You're trying to create another division. I just don't see these individuals being the top of anything. Like, the public is not going to perceive them as being the top-notch tier champion, creme de la creme of boxing. No one's going to say, man, hey, if she, I'm telling you, if she fought so-and-so right here in the women's division, that'll be tough. No, it won't. It won't be tough. Because you put one of these dudes that is considered subpar, mediocre to a male boxer, and you put them in there after they do all their transition with a woman who's at the top class of boxing, they would get their ass beat. Point blank period, they would get their ass beat. No matter what you're talking about, they'll get their ass beat. Because you're talking about somebody who's more so adjusting to a new transformation rather than something that was naturally given to them at birth. So their body is in a transition phase where they're still going through changes. With lacking the strength, the physical strength that they used to have as a man, right? Or they may have never been a strong person. That's even worse. If you feel that you're a dweeb as a man and you decide to transition and you want to take up boxing, say, man, this is my opportunity to go in here and fight in the transgender freaking division. But guess what? It's some big motherfucking transgenders out there. For real. The military even have them serving actively. Imagine how that's going to work out. Imagine how that's going to work out. You're going to have, I heard somebody mention in the chat, a freak show. I know that is considered a derogatory term. I know it's considered unpleasant. I get it. But who am I to correct a person's opinion on what they perceive it to be? Like, you just think about it. It's going to be some of these transgender, especially the males that's transitioned to females. They're going to come in there big. They're going to come in there, superimposing different. They still going to look like a man. They're still going to look like a man. And with that new change in their life, from testosterone to estrogen levels and taking all these hormones and chemicals and all this other shit, building yourself up, will your body reject it or accept it? Are you going to be able to perform on a physical level of boxing to a point where you can go in there and compete against somebody else of your liking? That's like you. I don't know. I just felt like it was super incredibly puzzling. You know what I'm saying? That we so quickly got over the YouTube situation with the KSI and the Logan Pauls and the Jake Pauls, and now they have pushed through. We're not talking about them making any serious transition like to the musculoskeletal system. They just took themselves out of one environment into a more reality of a physical sport, which to many is quite difficult for you to train and become a notable name in boxing. And only one person was able to do that. One or two people was able to do that for the entertainment value, and that was KSI and Jake Paul. Not so much with Logan Paul. But what I'm trying to tell you is that's absolutely oil and water. If you're talking about somebody transition from a social media platform, maintaining their sex and going over here competing in a sport, and all they have to do is build upon that, cool, that's different. But when you talk about somebody digging into their body, manipulating, changing their physical anatomy with drugs, chemicals, is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. And I understand where Mauricio is going with this. He want to be the first. He want to let people know he's a pioneer. He's a trendsetter. But I just have no interest in this. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have any interest in this type of league. How long I've been around boxing and what I'm used to seeing, I would rather watch 2 females fight that was born females and 2 males fight that were born males. That's all I want to do. I don't want to see anybody get their ass beat down into the canvas, and then we have the protesters outside. You knew you wasn't born a male. You know what I'm saying? They'll start giving you the David Morrell treatment. Somebody assigned that fighter to David Morrell. But if one of these male boxers beat down that transgender who thought they can get in there and fight a male fighter, and they take that punishment and send them to the hospital, who's to blame? You better go right over there to the commissioner, because the commissioner knew goddamn that was a transgender before they stepped in the ring with that man. They knew that. And there's not too many females that transition over to males that will commit to say, you know what, I feel like I'm there. I used to be a freaking Olympian shot putter, but now when I transition over to a man, I feel I'm there. I feel I can compete in the heavyweight division. I do. I feel like I can compete. Oh man, my body's taken to this new, the new drugs that I got. I feel strong. And this is quite different from shot put, but I think I got the size and the stature to go ahead and compete with the men. And she take her ass in there and fight somebody that's halfway decent. And the first time she gets stuck to the body, stop! Oh shit! What the fuck? And then he come up top with the hook, stop! 1, 2, 3, 4. Fight's over. And you're going to find out real quick. You're going to find out real quick how different it comes when male to female. I'm just talking about in a physical sport where there's rules, okay? Where there's rules. I don't care if you're a shot putter, bobsledder. I don't care if you threw the javelin. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you hold the record for the women's powerlifting. If you decide to change over to a male and believe that you compete in a combat sport with the male, like in boxing and all this, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Now, being that I do cover more than one combat sport, I'm going to tell you where, certain situations may be a little different. And that'll be BJJ, because that deals with joint manipulation, okay? They have what is called the absolute division, and I've seen teenagers go in there and take down grown-ass men. Real talk. Would I give a female more of an advantage in BJJ in the ground game of subbing out a guy? You know what I'm saying? Subbing out a I don't even know how to put this shit. Subbing out a female that used to be male. Would she have it? I absolutely believe that could happen, because you're dealing with a whole nother system when it comes to combat. Like BJJ does have combat where you can open palm strike. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about straight up grappling, and it is a combat sport. Real talk. But I'm talking strictly boxing. What about Muay Thai? Yeah, Muay Thai. You might have some females, going in there competing against a trans, and still be able to win. But in boxing isn't using any feet. Boxing isn't using any freaking level changes and takedowns. Nah, boxing using left, right. And that's going to be a lot more difficult, in my opinion, when it comes down to you feeling those punches. When you get stuck to that breadbasket, motherfucker, and muffins start, coming out. You know what I'm saying? Bagels and shit, cream cheese. You know what I'm saying? Cinnamon raisin bagels. All that shit you was eating at home while you was sipping on tea, looking out the window. Oh, darling, you okay? All right, beautiful day today. I think I'm going to go train at 1 o'clock. Oh, I'm feeling pretty decent. I'm feeling strong. Everything's working out. Yeah. Until you get in your first boxing match. And you thought that MAN was easy. Oh God, look at that. Hey, can you give me the razor? I'm just gonna shape this beard up right quick. Man, I'm just amazed the way I look. You can't tell the difference, can you?
I mean, you can't tell the difference, can you? What about that? What does that look like? Is it okay? All right.
It's gonna take more than that in boxing, man. This is gonna be a very interesting 2023 with this introduction of this division. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. DS1, man, y'all ain't showing no love to this division. I get it, bro. Don't think I'm goddamn coming up here defending it. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Shout out to Bruce Guys Boxing Jackson Moore in the building. What's good? What's good, Bruce? How you doing, OG? I nominate the female swimming Lya Thomas to be the first to fight against one of the guys in the WBC. I have to look her up. Let me look her up, what you're talking about, because I'm misinformed. You know what I'm saying? And I have to find out what you're meaning. You know, I have to check out some images. Jesus Christ. The one thing about that though, swimmers aren't sitting up here doing strength and conditioning like in combat. You know what I'm saying? And she might have size on her, which I'm looking at right now. She has size, but she does not have girth. And you know what I'm saying? It would be tough, man. You know, you come over here to boxing, they're gonna knock all the chlorine out your ass. For real, they're gonna knock the chlorine out your ass. That chlorine has effects on the body. That's why you see that freaking all them swimmers. They have them swimmer bodies like, you know what I'm saying? They just look like mermaids at the end of the day. They look like they shit is transitioning, bro. From human to freaking avatar. I don't know, man. Real talk. Shout out to Shot News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime Shot on deck. Salute WCS, smash the like button. Salute to you, man. Team Tucker in the building, man. Media marketing agent on deck. I turned it up a little bit more too. Appreciate that, DS. He calls himself Lya Thomas, University of Pennsylvania women's swim team. So that's a he. And I think this was the dude that was beating all the girls. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That I think he was the same dude that was up here breaking records, right? I don't think that was. Yeah, that was him. Yep, I knew that dude looked familiar. He up here talking about he wants his respect. Dude. He say, Lya Thomas wants respect. Well, so do women. Yeah, this dude is going over there breaking their records or whatever he was doing at the NCAA, man. Good comparison, DS, for real. Good comparison, bro. You know what I'm saying? Good comparison. I remember when this dude jumped on the scene, I said he couldn't compete and be that dominant with the males. He's going over here to beat up on the females, and they allow the shit to happen. That's the stupidest thing ever. Like, you got to blame the person who allowed the shit to take place anyway. Yeah, he did. Dude's like 10 feet 3. You know what I'm saying? 10 foot 3. He over there goddamn dominating the women swimming. They allow him to be going down and breaking these records, I believe. That's just crazy, man. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. That don't make any sense. But I do believe there's individuals in the YTC that can potentially be a part of the first opening card, you know, on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? They already proven that they're basically ready to compete. Anyway, all they have to do is show the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Both of these individuals can be the first bout on the undercard when this takes place in 2023. Seriously, I nominate them. Real talk. I think those two individuals in this picture can definitely be in the heavyweight bout of the night. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to take care of that with whoever it is, wherever the fight's going to be held. But they need to go ahead and come out and stop faking the funk. You know, the energy that you put off to the people. We already know you've been going through the transition. That's why you're irritated, you angry, and you just don't know how to come out. So I just want to suggest to Mauricio, I already have dedicated 2 slots. You know what I'm saying? If you have the opening, I'm talking about the deep undercard. These are 2 people that can compete in the heavyweight division. I mean, in the heavyweight bout. You know what I'm saying? In the transgender division. I think it'd be beneficial to what you have getting off the ground. Real talk. I just think that's where we at. That would be a great fight. Truth be told, that would be a great fight. Mauricio said the WBC. It says the WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has told the Telegraph that the WBC plan to create a new boxing category now, solely for transgender fighters. Now, one thing we know about boxing is what, people? Is that anybody can come in here and get licensed. All you have to do is be HIV free, pass a little minimal amount of medicals, and you can go in there and get your license. You know, get your eye test done and all that. You can become a boxer. You know, I got to keep this shit a thou wow, right? So, seeing a category come into existence like this is nothing more than getting another boxing license, but it becomes a little bit more interesting because of the competitiveness of it. Like, we're talking about physical standards here. We're talking about physical standards. Athletics never would have had records like they do now to say, okay, this woman set this record, this male set these records, if they wasn't competing solely, you know what I'm saying, women to women, men to men. If it would have been transgender being able to cross over and compete with the females, and like they doing now, and they're much faster. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember the high school guys. It was these 2 high school kids who was transgender, right? And two black high school kids, and they were allowed and given permission to compete on the female side. And they was pretty much breaking all the records. And one of the white athletes, one white female said, "This is unfair," which it was. I agree with it. It was unfair. She said, "How are we to be looked at in this school by other colleges and everything if we cannot be standout?" And I guess she was saying, like, I'm considered to be fast. I'm considered to be, you know, the top of my class in this sport or whatever. I got decent speed for a woman. How am I supposed to get looked at college when now you have 2 young men going over here getting all the attention and winning every race? Seriously, they was over there winning and dominating, and make it so bad they was black. I can't look. I really couldn't tell you what the hellstorm they was going through over there. But when it came down to it, it wasn't a disadvantage for her going up against, you know, 2 individuals that may be considered decent track runners over there with the fellas. But for them to see a loophole and say, you know what, I want to transition, and then when I transition enough, I want to go over here and dominate and go all the way up to college and do this and this, and I think I'll still be competitive. It's a possibility that shit can happen. You know, 2 men can change over the female and still go up through the freaking college ranks and be competitive, especially if they get on some type of freaking treatment or whatever, and their times are adding up. We've seen the shit play out already. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy, to be honest. It's just crazy. The shit that we're experiencing is going to be tough for people to keep their kids in line. You're going to have a strong, or you're going to have to be consistent with keeping your kids in line, man, because you know, the way some of these kids think, they only going off what they know. They're not dipping back in the past when I was growing up to know how things used to be. These kids are growing up on what they actually know. It's just like giving a kid a rotary phone. I have an antique phone that's rotary. I remember giving to my son, I said, dial a number. The antique phone is actually work if you hook up to a landline. Who the fuck has landlines, goddammit? That shit actually work hooked up to a landline. So I said, call out. And all I got was like looking at the phone, well, how I supposed to use that? Like, this is how I supposed to goddamn punch the numbers in there or something. Where do I go? Where's the apps? How do I even get the call out? How does this work exactly? How does all this work? Like, where's the green and red button? Like, what do I do? They have no idea about the new age. They have no idea about the old age, vice the new age. It's just, they can't even comprehend that we were using rotary phones. They can't comprehend that shit. They can't comprehend standing at a payphone where thousands of other people have put their germs and shit and sitting there talking on a payphone to your girl for motherfucking an hour and shit. And then you have 3 minutes remaining. You have 1 minute remaining. Please insert 75 cents. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about that. And look, and you stand up there on the phone, man, you see some of everything. And somebody walk up to you in public, and they say, hey, how long you gonna be on that phone, man? I've been waiting, man. I need to use the phone. I gotta make this call, man. I. You know how people got into fights, scuffles, stabbed, not getting off the payphone back in the day? Yeah, shit's changed, brother. Now we're dealing with transgender boxing. They're gonna have their own division. Not only do we have to sit up here and wait for a fight come on, but I just don't see that shit being something that's, I'll take that back. A transgender can get in the gym and learn how to punch. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. I'm putting too much credit in what others would think rather than understanding how they would think. You know what I'm saying? People are more accepting to what we're seeing because it's everywhere. That's all. So it's quite difficult to say, oh, this ain't gonna never happen. Nobody ain't gonna never support it. Yes, there's gonna be people that support it. It's just how much do the LGBT community really support boxing like that? Do they have it been a sport up to this point where you saw a huge presence? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. But Mauricio is trying to designate a division solely with transgender. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. Looks like Suleiman has a WCS tattoo on his throat. It's not a tattoo. It's just saying, you know, who made the thumbnail. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's just the branding. But good attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Good attention to detail. I just told my wife about today's show. She said, man, I know, man. People's like, just don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was on a panel, and I started talking about a female boxer, right? And I was saying, you know, I said, damn, Shawty fine, you know. She's definitely fine. Who was I talking about? Oh, I think I was talking about Jessica McCaskill, right? I said, Jessica wild as shit. But, you know, she kind of sexy. You know, she a lot sexy, really. But then I heard somebody, hey, we got to keep it respectful. What? When did that go away? When did it go away that you can talk about all this other shit that deals with homoerotic type insults and disparaging remarks, but yet when you talk about a female and you talk about how fine she is and you know what I'm saying, how that ass look and all that, oh no, That's disrespectful. That's inappropriate, man. If you can't, be better than that, I'm gonna have to remove you from the panel. Oh my God, man. I wouldn't take anything away when I was born. The era that I was born in, bro, I wouldn't take it for anything. I wouldn't take it away from the age I am now and where I'm at in this era of technology. Perfect. If they said, okay, what would you like to do? Would you want to go back to no internet, or would you want to stay in an era with internet? Which one would you like to do? I would like to go back to where there's no internet. Real talk. Because you genuinely knew who you was communicating with. You knew where they were. You knew them physically. You knew them. You had to get out into the world, into civilian pop, socialize. You had to meet up. You had to catch the bus. You had to catch the train. You had. It allowed you to see who you was talking. It allowed you to be far away from deception. You just didn't have the tools to deceive someone as you do today, with all the motherfucking hair pieces and shit. Motherfuckers bald headed down a beaver's back, and they come up there with a goddamn hair piece and that shit with damn lace fronts, shit looking fine in a motherfucker. And then you wake up the next morning and you say, "No, hell no. Who the fuck are you, dude?" Nah, stop playing, man. Dude, who the fuck are you? Where's Sean at? You go crazy. I am Shawnee's. No, fuck that. All I seen was a lace front, badass banging body. I still got the banging body, but I just took my hairpiece off because it cost me like $400. I go back to no internet easy, bro. I like watching old Alfred Hitchcock hour TV episodes. They use phones like on those shows. Man, I like the old school period. It wasn't that many channels back there. You got your ass up out the house. When you met up, that's when the pool hall, that's when live jazz, that's when a whole lot of shit was popping. You used to take your girl to a whole lot of live events, man. That's when you actually had real R&B. Cats that can sing, and you look over at your girl, listen to that live concert. Shit, all she want to do is go back to the goddamn spot. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, you had real situations, not that you out with female and y'all arguing because she on her phone. No, man, the best thing ever was you didn't have all that shit. Your girl was paying attention to you. You was paying attention to your girl, and y'all was walking, and that's what it was. You go to the movie, your girl was there, holding your hand and shit. If she really fucking with you, lay her head on your shoulder watching the movie. Now you see people in the theater, you see motherfuckers out with their girl, and the girl's on the phone, and the dude is walking ahead of the female. He don't care. When did that happen? You know what I'm saying? You walking 12 paces ahead of your chick, bro, and she back there on the phone. Nah, I'll pass on that. I'll pass because I don't have time to be, females worrying about who's on your social media account. Who you talking to on your Twitter? Who you talking to on your IG? What was the topic of your live today? Why did you say this? Who told you to like her picture? Fuck all that, bro. Went to bed with Shawnice and woke up with Sean. Man, you ain't never lied. Shout out to Shawnice though, man. The singer, man, she was cute than a motherfucker, man. She ended up getting with, I'll leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? You wake up out that motherfucker, man. The hairpiece is over there on the end table, on the head of a mannequin. You got chicks with mannequin heads. They know how to take off that hairpiece and put it on a mannequin head. This is a real thing. You can order them from Amazon. You can order that shit from Amazon, yo. Some of these women still have hair. They do. Some of them still have hair. But it's the deception of it all. When you at the club and your shit is down to your waist, a dude like me and say, okay, already, I'm curious for the wrong reason. I'm curious to know what's underneath that motherfucking shed she got. That wood shed she got. Look, down here in the A, there's a lot of women, including, it ain't just sisters, including white women, whatever. There's a lot of them, right? That have hair down to their waist. It's a lot of them have these dudes waiting on them to get their hair fixed in a relationship. You know, I got my hair appointment. Their hair appointment is 1 o'clock and they telling you they won't be out to 5:30. So either one, you're going to wait, or two, you're going to say, hey, me when you're done. According to where you stay, you got to make that trip back down here. So if you stay too far away from the real solid, the good beauticians, it does you no good to go back because of traffic. So what you going to do? Sit in your motherfucking car, on your phone, on IG, waiting for your female to get out the motherfucking shop. And she come out there with 3-4 different colors in her shit, looking good. And then time you put your hand, don't touch, nigga, stop. They hair so pretty and shit, can't even goddamn wrap that shit up around your head. You can't even goddamn, get them that aggressive love. Say, damn, baby, you looking good. Can I just get up on you close? Can I just slide? You know what I'm saying? Can I grab you behind your neck and give you a nice kiss? I mean, what are we talking about? These women are out of control with these hair pieces, bro. Deception at its best, man. Deception at its best. I want to see a driver's license. I want to see a birth certificate. I want to see an old family picture that you took when you was a kid. I want to see the barrettes, the rubber bands. I want to see all that shit. I want to see everything that proves that when you was born, you know what I'm saying, you were that. You were a female, period. Point blank, period. I want to see no pictures like, well, I had like a fungus in my hair back in the day, right? So I had to get my hair shaved down. I said, damn, your line is more crispy than mine. How old was you? You was 9 years old? Yeah. And they sent you to school with a line that looked like that. God damn. Can I now see a picture when you grew your hair back? I didn't bring none of those. I only had this one. Bitch, stop playing. Stop playing. Sean woke up in heaven, looked for his hairpiece. Man, shit is real, dog. OG, not to get off the topic, but you see your IG? What you mean, see my IG? Oh, okay. Hold on for a second. Okay. I see you, Blunts. You know what I'm saying? I see you, man. I see you, bro. I see you. Let me since you sent it, you know what I'm saying? Let me send it on the mail. Let me put it on the mail truck right quick and bring it to the front door. Appreciate that, man. I give it a little bit of airtime since you did it. You know what I'm saying? I give you that perspective, that respect. Because I know you hoping and wishing and praying. So let me move away from this, because believe me, it wasn't something that benefits my day. You know what I'm saying? This is Friday too. I got a lonely 7 in the building. People saying, nah, I can't show you love today, WCS, man. No. But you know, you gotta talk about other topics. You have to. You know what I'm saying? You have to talk about other topics, man. It may not get those gravitate to you, but you have to come up here and talk about other topics. So let's talk about what Blunt said, man. That's off the WBC shit. So Blunt sent me this, you know, via IG. Shout out to Big Blunts in Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Let's change, you know, up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about, you know, Big Blunts in Boxing's favorite welterweight, possibly, that he has faith in. No, I'm joking. All right, I'm joking. Errol Spence Jr., I guess, at 12/30/2022, which is today, 9:22 Alpha Male AM. He put April XX. Just the whole point of this tweet being sent and people linking up to is how eager they want to see this fight happen. April XX. Wouldn't you know? April XX. Blunt has been on record as saying he believes the fight has been completed. I get it, Shawty. But a whole lot of us are extremely skeptical. And I just wish Spence would take a little bit more time to be descriptive, detail oriented. Man, it's April XX, man. What does it say exactly, bro? It's a Friday. You can't show no more love you can't give us a little bit more scholastic advancement. I mean, come on, man. You really writing in short form, man. What does this mean, Blunts? What does it mean, bro? April XX, what does it mean? What does that mean, per se? It doesn't provide us with a name. It doesn't provide us with any type of forecast, like what direction do we point our compass? Where are we going? Are we going in the direction of Terrence Crawford? Are we going in the direction of Keith Thurman? What direction should our compass be pointed in? They're Blunts. Seriously. I know you got faith in the fights already done. What the fuck does April XX mean, man? Not only that, it's not any ordinary XX. They have one capital X, one lowercase x. What does that mean, bro? I'm tired of trying to figure out this dude like he failed scholastically, like open campus. You know what I'm saying? General education. Homeschool. What are we talking about, XX? Can somebody explain that shit to me? What does uppercase, lowercase x mean? And can it be possible, assuming that it's the fight we want to see? I don't know, man. I'm unwilling to take that walk. Like I say, Errol do. He bring a canoe to the motherfucking river downstream, and he put the shit in the water, hop inside, and leave the oars on the shore, on the bank. I'm not willing to ride downstream into the waterfall with this shit, man. So April 20th, he's fighting who? Hey, man, I'm about to put Blunts on timeout, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, dog, I'm about to put you on timeout, bro. I'm about to time you out, man. For real. You fucking seriously on the Friday, dog. Bro, this dude tried to go the Roman numeral route, dog. God damn, Blunts. God damn, Blunts. He was reaching with rubber arms, Blunts. Damn, shitty. This man said, hey, it means April 20th. Oh shit. It's a Thursday. God damn, man. You deserve to be timed out so bad, man. God damn, people. Look, the good thing about this bunch, we all make mistakes, but god damn it, we gonna leave what you just did, right, in 2022. We gonna leave that shit in 22, god damn it. That blunder that you just did right there, we gonna leave that shit in 22, because it's a lot of people that fall by the wayside, trip on their own shoestrings, and you know, scuff up the new kicks that they got, trying to figure out what this nigga gonna do. Now, you was reaching rubber arms, man. Your shit was stretching all over the place. I got it. 20. I got it. 20XX Roman numeral. April 20th. I broke the motherfucking code. Let me look this shit up. Let me see. April. Let me see. 20. Oh, shit. That's a Thursday. Damn. I mean, it couldn't be official announcement. What does that mean? What does that mean exactly? April XX. I really, you know, like for grown men to speak as if they have fucking common sense, man. Why are you still leading us on? Who are you fighting? When you fighting? Where are you fighting? Why are you just gonna put April XX? April XX to me doesn't tell me anything except he's putting April out there for whatever reason. They don't have no date. XX to me mean it's empty. They're trying to find out a date. That's all I can go off of. Oh shit, dog. We're gonna leave that shit in 2022. I'm glad it's only 1 day remaining, Blunts, for your sake, brother. I'm glad that shit is gonna be left in this year, man, in the trash, dog, in the recycle bin, in the waste yard. That shit was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm gonna use it in 2023, dog. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I'm gonna use this shit in 23. I'm gonna revisit it. Maybe April 20, we get the press conference. 420. Bud's another name for weed. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I get nothing out of this except the month, and it's a lot that's going on. Like, what are we talking about? What's going on in April? And we definitely need a press conference. If they're fighting in May, we definitely need a press conference before April. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's the first part of April, whatever the case. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to figure this shit out anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to figure it out. But I'll be back on a little later, man. It's Friday, man. I gotta take care of some shit as always. But shout out to all of you that pulled up, man. Even the man that continues to try to troubleshoot, you know what I'm saying, and give you the forensics of boxing. He tries to find the hair follicle and say, per this hair follicle, and where the test that came back saying it was over here in April. You know what I'm saying? And the X's themselves gives you the temperature gauge to start off with, that we've basically placed this in the proximity of DeSoto, Texas. Yeah. And with that, we're basically saying that, yeah, with this hair follicle right here and where we picked it up, when we picked it up, yeah, something's going down in April, man. That's what we saying. Cause it haven't been that long. This is recent. This is a fresh follicle. This follicle is pretty damn fresh. But man, y'all hold it down. I can't do this no more right now. Hey, y'all continue to support the channel, man. You know, turn up and tune in. The World Combat Sports. Salute to y'all. Continue to get the notification. Hit the like button on your way out.